Should be going live any moment now. Hey everyone, this is CeoTrades, where money works for you. Thank you for watching this channel. Please like, subscribe, and share. If you care, you will think about sharing. It's very important, sharing. Tonight, we are looking at 3 crypto coins, particularly Bitcoin, Ethereum, and what's the third one? Troncase. Troncase. Why are we looking at Troncase? Because one of the members that I communicate with through Facebook has asked, what do I think about it? And I just thought I'd throw it in there because sometimes you are correct. And that's why we're here. Rob asked a very important question this morning, Rob Holds, and we answered that question. And now we're getting ready to jump into our session on trading with Bitcoin here. What has happened with Bitcoin? What is happening? There's a lot of news out there. Who do you believe? Who do you trust in reference to this news? Well, let's look at one part of the news for Bitcoin here, because you're not going to find it all in one spot, but you can find a lot of information in this coinmarketcap.com, which I really like. And as I've said in other videos, it seems to be a software that is worth a website, sorry, that is worth carrying around and utilizing for the advantage of investing. Now, Bitcoin has gone below its support level of 32,000. It's at 31,700. What is happening? What is happening? This is what's happening, we believe. We believe that a lot of people are on vacation right now. A lot of people are on vacation. Summer is for enjoyment. Last summer was different because most people were home. No one wanted to travel, or the majority of people didn't want to travel because of fear due to this coronavirus. And this year, people want to get out. They want to get away. They want to go. But while most people are away, and I believe most people are away, we're here attempting to invest and find the right opportunities when to invest. And part of that is figuring out what's going on. But there's another issue going on as well. The amount of fear out there in reference to investing is very high. There's some sort of scale that I saw on a picture posted earlier this morning in one of my groups in CeoTrades 1 group on Telegram. And that chart shows that the scale goes up to 21 out of 30 of fear. And that's pretty high. That's about 66% or so, or 70% fear rating. Now, what does that mean? Is that people are probably going to start selling off their Bitcoins and it's going to drop more. But that's not the only thing. There's a third piece of information in reference to this, and let's look at it and see if we can find it together. First of all, in reference to news, this was published 8 minutes ago, as you can see here, where I'm hovering over 8 minutes ago. Pompliano dunks on the digital euro, saying it's not Bitcoin. Bitcoin bull Anthony Pompliano shares his thoughts on the digital euro, reminding everyone that in one, whatever that says, be centralized, nor will it signal a change in monetary policy. This week, the European Central Bank announced it had started researching the digital euro. That means European banks are attempting to invest in crypto coins, just as the US banks are. DeFi and Bitcoin. Jack Dorsey launches new Square division to make it easy to invest with DeFi services, Bitcoin DeFi services. That's awesome. 3 altcoins showing signs of accumulation while Bitcoin price is down. Which are the 3 coins? GHST, CNS, and TLM. I'll attempt to at least research one of those before we go into the others. GHST, CNS, TLM. Californian nuclear energy provider partners with Bitcoin mining firm Compass. That's awesome. That means that there's going to be some Bitcoin mining, most probably in California or maybe around the world. I don't know where. I don't know the details. I'm not going to look at the details, just the headlines. Double Line, a stock investing company, very important company. CEO sees Bitcoin buy moment at 23K. That's right. So they're predicting that Bitcoin is going to drop to 23K. I'm predicting it's going to drop to 26, 27. If it goes to 23K, that's a great investment. Will it go below that? That is the question. There's a chance that it can go below that. Some people are expecting Bitcoin to drop 90%. Some people are expecting to drop 70%. It's already dropped 50%. So how much further will it go down? This is 50% from when it reached its highs of, I believe it was 64,000. According to Jeffrey Gundlach, the trading pattern for Bitcoin may suggest a price drop below 30,000. It's almost there, and it's going to happen in the next few days. Let's see if we find that headline that I'm looking for in reference to why Bitcoin might drop even further. There's one specific headline, and it's from Grayscale for those of you who are not aware of. See if I find it here. But it might have been released very early this morning, and we might not catch it. Hold on one second. Let me just get a sip of my tea. Chai tea or green tea. I'm drinking chai tea right now. I'm just enjoying the moment. As this loads up here, we are looking for that information. If it's not on there, then what I can do is look for this information on my Telegram group here that many people have joined. And as I pull that up, I'll be able to show you exactly what I'm referring to. Looking it up here, and then I'll share my screen once I have it up. Let's see. Okay, here it is. Let me just bring this up and I will share. Let's see. Coming up. There we go. This is the headline. Upcoming 1.4 billion Grayscale Bitcoin unlock could collapse Bitcoin. Why? Why could it collapse Bitcoin? Does anyone know? Oh, largest Grayscale Bitcoin unlock ever. Bullish or bearish? As Bitcoin struggles around 30 to 32,000 range after a huge price drop in May, another major bearish event looms over Bitcoin and could be the big catalyst that tanks it below the 30K. Let's see here very quickly. 16,200 BTC will be available due to the release of the 6-month lock-in period for GBTC shares. Wow, 16,240 are going to be released. And that's an equivalent supposedly of, I guess, 41,000 BTC will be unlocked in July, amounting to nearly 1.4 billion. Okay, there it is. I'm trying to skip over and peruse and miss the most important information. Now let's get into the charts. So that way we see a clearer picture of what's going on. And let's see if I remember the GHTC, I believe is what it was. Let me just take a look at that once again. If I can go back here, GHST, before we go into anything else. See if I have one of my other softwares up. Don't know if I'm going to be able to see that here, but let's see if we can pull it up here. Oops, give me a second. I'm going to have to. It won't. This is great software, KuCoin. I really like it. It gives you a lot of security around it, as well as a lot of versatility with utilizing all cryptos. You can see I have up here 8 different crypto coins, and I just click on them and the chart will pop up and it will show me the trades and the orders that are being placed. There's a lot of information here, very useful. However, there are other softwares that are better than this one. I just think that this is the in-between software that makes it easy for those of you who want to trade and GHST and follow along a lot of these crypto coins. Whoop, maybe I got that in wrong. Let's see, GHST. So I don't have that one. CNS or TLM. Let's try one of those. CNS, whoops, CNS. No, TLS. If I don't have them, it's because this program in itself doesn't have it. That's just the bottom line. It doesn't have it. Now, let's look up Troncase right here. That's the first one we're going to look at. What is the hype around Troncase? Why is it so important to invest in Troncase? This is where it started. It was down here. I don't know how low it was, but did 0.009 back this is last year, if I'm not mistaken. Give me a second here as I try and catch my bearings when this was. This was sometime on April 7th of 2020, March 27, 2020. Back then, you can see it below my crosshairs right there, about an inch and a half below. You'll see the date in gray background and white lettering. Now, it had a pretty much 3 times it attempted to go up. Here it resisted here at 14 cents. Here it resisted at 18 cents. And here it resisted at 17 cents. What does this mean? It's just following the overall trend of the market. That's basically it. If Bitcoin moves, most of the coins will move with it. And until we see different signs, this is where it's at. This is just a reality. Will it go any lower? There's a possibility that it's going to go. This one will probably go to 0.0388 if Bitcoin keeps falling. You can see that this support right here, this is probably as low as it will go, 0.049, and it might go as down up to here, 0.03, pretty much somewhere in this range right here where I have my crosshairs, 0.038, 0.035. I don't think it's going to go any further than that. However, what we do in order to know when is the right time to invest in Troncase is we follow the bigger two. Which are the bigger two? Let's look at Ethereum first. Now we're going to talk a little bit more in depth on Ethereum and Bitcoin because it's important to follow the trend. You can see that Ethereum is at 1908 right now. Is it going to go any further down? I believe it will hit 17 or 1800. Some people are saying it's going to go as low as 1600. Where is that? That's somewhere around here where my crosshair is to the horizon right there, right around there. Is that going to be the bottom? I don't know. It's hard to predict the bottom when there's a falling knife. Who's willing to catch it? I mean, unless you're an expert martial artist, I think you're going to let it drop. A lot of people are demonstrating fear in the overall markets, in stocks as well as crypto. I've seen some of my stocks fall back again after I was making money at last week, Thursday and Friday. I was like, wow, I'm up. And all of a sudden, this week it's down. But what don't I let bother me? Fear. Because I could have bailed out. Most people will bail out. And that's what millionaires want you to do, is to bail out so that they can purchase at whatever rate you're getting out of. That's what's happening right now. That's the reality. If your stocks are losing right now or crypto are losing right now, hold. Hold, because eventually it's going to make it back. Make it back multiplied. Between Troncase and Ethereum, you can see the difference here. It's not much of a difference. Okay, Troncase had a few more spikes, but this one had just one peak right here, this Ethereum, and it's dropped down just similar to Troncase. How much has it dropped? It was at 4,300, and this has gone down. Geez, it's half would have been 2,000, 2,150, 2,180, and then it fell another 250 points below that. How about Troncase? I'm not using a calculator here, and I do from time to time do calculate because I like to see how close of figures these are. What was the high? This one had a high of 17.9, and it's now at 0.05. How many times is it below that? It's much more of a severe drop. Actually, it was at 18 cents. It's much more of a severe drop because it would have been 9 cents would have been half. And then it went down another 35%, almost 40%, even beyond 40%. It's another 50% drop, just about. That's amazing. So this has dropped even further than Bitcoin, than Ethereum so far that we've seen. Now let's compare it back to Ethereum in reference to the consolidating here. Is it consolidating yet? I don't think it is. I think it's still on a downward pattern, and it's going to drop another 20% at least in the next few days because people are worried about this grayscale release and they don't want to lose it all. So some will sell or some will have a stop loss limit and it sells automatically. which is fine if that's the way you set it up. But if you didn't set it up that way, then you're using a software like what I'm using here, where you can't set up a stop loss. I don't think you can set up you can set up a stop limit here. Yep. I haven't used it yet because I haven't had a need for it, but that's very powerful to set a stop loss on your portfolio for each different crypto that you invest, so that, let's say you're up here at what this was 44,000 of Ethereum, and all of a sudden it gets to 42,000, and you say, wait a minute, with the stop limit, if it gets to that limit, you sell. And then look at this, you would have made all this return, the difference. And that's what people do with these stop limits. I'm not worried because I purchased at 1900 and I have about 20 Ethereum, and I'm holding them for the long term because I believe it's going to go up to what Bitcoin was, 60 eventually. Bitcoin, this is the number one crypto. Why is it the number one? It's the one that started it all. How is it going to go away anytime soon? Now, this right here, this inverted cup right here, this is an inverted cup. These are bag holders. What is a bag holder? Meaning they all purchased on the way up or on the way down in here, and they are holding on, hoping that this will come back. I haven't really focused on purchasing Bitcoin until lately, which I've purchased around 31, 32, and it's not a lot. I don't have one Bitcoin yet, but if Bitcoin keeps falling, it's a great time to purchase as well if it falls to 23,000, because this is going to go up to 100,000 easily by the end of the year. I really believe so. I could be wrong. I've been wrong because the first time I predicted that Bitcoin was going to go up to, I believe it was 18,000, and only went up to 12,000. It's not a bad guess, from 4,000 to 12,000. That's great return. And I held Bitcoin until it reached 20,000, and I sold at 18,000. So Bitcoin has more of a following, more people willing to invest in it, but at the right moment. When the hype starts, this is the first one that's going to move, Bitcoin. Once Bitcoin moves, everything else will follow. Everything else will follow. What I do like about Troncase is that it has dropped so much that it is worthwhile investing in now at 5 cents a share. A coin. It is very much worth it. And if it gets to 18, why not sell? It's You're making 300% returns easily. Why not sell? That means that if you put $10,000 in here, 300%, you're getting $30,000 back. Wouldn't that be nice? I mean, that's a great return. Why not? And now, how long is that going to take? How long is that going to be? I don't know. We can only guess that by the time the summer's over, by the time September comes around, or possibly even October, things are going to move in the positive direction. And what do people do in pessimistic times? What's the best advice? Is it to run away? Is it to let fear guide you? Is it to let the butterflies in your stomach take control of you? No, absolutely not. The best thing that you can do is take advantage of those pessimistic times. There's opportunity. There's opportunity. Some people will sell when it's a pessimistic time, but then there will be those few who will purchase and hold until the right moment. Which are you? This is CeoTrades, where money works for you. Please like, subscribe, and share, because if you share, then you're amazing. Have a fantastic evening, and until the next one, we're signing off. Take care.